Hey y'all, it's the Calm Corner Show. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Now let's get into it. Hey, soul family. Back again. Sorry I'm running late today, y'all. Hey, I had to pull it together. Okay, I'm your girl, Erica, your favorite Astro home girl, and welcome back. All right. I had to get me some coffee. And I was looking at the Astro site, guys, and it's down. So I was trying to figure out, how I wanted to kind of tap into the chart. I was able to last night, after we got off the live for about Kriss and Blueface, I was able to pull up Tory and Megan. And I was trying to pull up Clay, but it's just like the site has been down. So that's interesting, but it is Mercury retrograde, and these are the type of things that happen. So we're gonna get on and get on down to business. And again, welcome back for those that been riding with me, and for those that are new, welcome. Okay, and I'm your girl Erica. And what I like to do first for those that are new here, I always like to look at a little bit of the astrology of the person, because it really helps me, especially when we about to get into the cards and get down to business. Okay, so this one is unpacking a lot of layers. Now let's get started, because this is gonna be on Tory Lanez, the current case today. The case this is day 2. All right, for Meg Thee Stallion versus Milagro Gramz. Okay, and Tory Lanez was called in yesterday, so we're gonna get y'all up to speed. So this is the case of the blogger, which Milagro, I love Milagro. Mob Radio, shout out to Mob Radio, shout out to Milagro. Again, I'm wishing her the best of luck, and I am praying that things come out in her favor in this regard. Okay, but this is about Megan suing Milagro. Sorry about that, guys. Give me 1 second. Hey, Mom. I'm recording. What's going on? You good? Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. I got you. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. But anyway, everything all good. So, like I said, this is the court date. I'm gonna show I want to show my banner first again. So again, welcome. This is everything is a legend in my opinion here, okay, and used for the fair use act. All right, so let me see if I can take it down for a second. Hold on. I'm learning how to work this StreamYard thing, which I really don't know how to work it all that well. Okay, but anyhow, anyway, back to what I was saying. This is the case of blogger Megan is suing her for, I think, defamation and things like that, basically stating that, she was reporting negative things about her that caused her to have the stress and all the BS, and, saying that this caused her career to, take a negative turn and all the things. Okay, I'm going to tap into, because yesterday was the day 1 of the deposition. I mean, of the actual trial date that started. Milagro was on TMZ looking fabulous. And also, who else was on there? Let's go on in there and see. And Tory was fined $20,000, guys, for not speaking, okay, yesterday. And so everybody had a lot to say about that. We're going to get into the cards. Because a lot of things have happened in this case in particular. Okay. Let's see. And damn, everybody they're going to have to just leave me a message, okay? Sorry about that. Let me pull up Milagro. And look, Armand said that he will be down there, guys. I love it. I like to see it. Cannot wait to see what comes up for that. So he should be out there today. He said he will be out there today covering the trial. So we should see Armand Wiggins out there because he said it needed to be covered correctly, right? Okay, so let's get into this and shout out to Little Miss Messy Teens, okay? And this is Milagro yesterday after hold on. And again, update, Tory Lanez appeal was denied from the previous trial with him pow-powing Megan Thee Stallion, okay? And so now he'll have, I think he has one more chance in 10 days to submit documents, guys, to the Supreme Court. And also, putting out the energy for, is he a governor yet, or Gavin Newsom to, pardon him in this situation. So I'm sure that he's working, diligently behind the scenes to get that paperwork in, for the Supreme Court so he can get, another chance at getting things overturned for him. All right. We all know this is, this case today is the, what you say, like the backhand or the down, behind what happened originally with Megan and Tory. So that's why I got everybody on the thumbnail, because that is where it started. So Tory Lanez was accused, which, they can say because he's doing the 10 years of doing pow-powing Megan Thee Stallion. Clearly, it was a lot of payola, a lot of hands being washed, for anybody who watched the trial, a lot of evidence that was left out, a lot of things that weren't brought to the forefront. I don't know who Tory lawyers are, but I just wish that if anybody can hear me when we doing this, I don't know if he can change the guards or what he can do. I'm not even know if it's in the jurisdiction, but he should have had my lawyer, Daniel Kane, honey, because he needs some real legal people, okay? Because then y'all hear people, when he was up there, his thank you speech, he had a thank you to Daniel Kane, okay? Because Mr. Kane, he can get the job done, all right? He done got some people out of some real situations, and I'm just amazed for him to be him, Tory Lanez, to not have this legal counsel that's needed. So anyway, like I said, a lot of things were done wrong, and this is just me speaking, y'all, on how I feel about the case. And then of course I always get into the cards tell the story, so I'm speaking on my personal thoughts, okay? And then I have no thoughts when I get down to business, okay? Kelsey, basically is the one who, is kind of cut and dry. I mean, and another thing that I want to speak, because I know it's a lot of people who are Megan Thee Stallion fans, shout out to all of you guys. I'm a person that I like to look at the facts and I like to look at the truth. And I know they have all these things to say, and I'm all for women again, with anybody who's experienced any form of, domestic violence. I'm for women and children all day, every day. But I am for ones who really experience the energy of that, and not, the people who can kind of take advantage and hide behind things at times. Okay. Me personally, I feel like, in this case, I think what bothered me the most is I'm a person of character. I am a Leo sun, okay? And I believe that, you have to be held accountable for the part that you play. And I hate the victim role. That's like a big thing for me. When people play the victim in situations, that just sends me. And my thing is, when we look at the facts, and the facts were, Meg was never held accountable for her character. Never. You were messing with your best friend's man. And that's the conversation that nobody is speaking on. And then it goes from this being a secret and y'all being at a party at Kylie Jenner's house. And as y'all are at the party, Tory, a gentleman, nobody's supposed to know y'all talking, and you with your best friend, which is even worse, because y'all are there together and she don't know. Kelsey. And then Tory say, Kylie trying to get with me, baby. Let's get into it. I'm gonna send you a black truck and send you on your way. So the people who was listening to the trial, were everybody present when they said that he politely got her a car and sent her on her way, but she came back. That's where it runs into red tape with me. So you came back to start mess when nobody even was supposed to know that y'all was supposed to be dealing with each other. The character in that alone is an issue, okay? And then on top of that, now is the situation jumps off. Clearly, you know, when you have a certain amount of money and a certain backing, imagine all those ring cameras and people around who saw the truth. They got paid not to say a word. Let's be clear, okay? That's just, you know, again, everything alleged in my opinion. And I'm not here to, you know, I just always got to keep it real and call a thing a thing. That's just me. And that just bothered me. So, you know, we clearly know that Kelsey was the one who, you know, I'm saying allegedly, you know, did that situation, but it wants to be, and one thing about Leos, we be loyal to a fault. And that's Tory, you know, not speaking up, not thinking that it would go to this level where he had a 10-year point. You get what I'm saying? But it's interesting because she was never had nobody speaking on that. It went from she's a victim, but you came back, you were drunk and abbreviated and started a whole situation that, you know, turned out into what it did, which was the outcome. So I just wanted to speak on that. And I just felt like it was so many things that were left out in the case. And clearly it was in the energy of that because of the, you know, the money and the backing that's possible. But hey, we here now. So this is Milagro was, you know, again, she's suing her. Me personally, I'm a person that I would be concerned about my karma. Because when it come around, and it can take time. You know, I mean, karma take time, depending on how your life is aligned. I mean, look at, you know, Mr. Combs. So karma do come. And when she come, listen, she don't take no names. All right. So let's see. I wanted to see. This is Milagro speaking on what happened. Okay, so let's go with the IE Network. So shout out to the IE Network. Shout out to them. Give them a follow. He gave like a little update. And you know, I always like to keep y'all before we start the cards. And I'm gonna start with Tory first, and we're gonna work our way down. Okay.
The trial has begun today.
So this was yesterday, day one. Just giving y'all an update. Okay. So shout out to the IE Network.
So
this is Milagro versus, you know, Megan versus Milagro.
I'm here at the federal courthouse in Miami where Meg Thee Stallion is going to go on trial in her defamation lawsuit against Milagro Cooper. Megan and Milagro are both going to be here this morning, and they're going to do jury selection. They might even get to opening statements this afternoon. This is a trial about whether Milagro is defaming Megan when she says that Megan lied in her trial about Tory Lanez shooting her. Now, the jury is going to be told that Tory Lanez refused to answer questions about how he met Milagro during a deposition from prison that's related to this case. The judge last night held him in contempt along with his lawyer, ordered him to pay $20,000. Lanez refused to answer how he first met Milagro, whether he's ever communicated with Milagro, and whether he sent Milagro Instagram direct messages or text messages. Now, this is the second adverse inference instruction against Milagro. There is another one saying that she intentionally deleted text messages and that jurors can view it the wrong way. Is this the Meg Thee Stallion trial team?
I'm John O'Sullivan. How are you? I know who you are. I've seen your stuff.
Good to meet you. Good to meet you. Anything to say before you go in? All right. I'm heading into the courthouse. I've got an article up on legalaffairsandtrials.com that really lays out the land for this trial, and I'm going to be giving you guys more updates as the day goes on and the week goes by. Thank you.
That's my shoes. Talk about that.
Where are the shoes from?
Dr. J said I'm shaking and hope, but these from Fashion Nova.
Shout out to Fashion Nova.
How do you like Miami? How do you feel the treating of the truck? It's not bad.
How's it going, Megan?
Thanks for being so kind with your time.
Thank you.
Good luck.
See it because they need to see what Milagro was. Milagro's defense to the claim that she purposely promoted a fake video of Megan in a sexually explicit manner was that she thought the video was real. Jurors actually saw the video during Megan's lawyer's opening statement, and Megan's lawyer apologized for having to show it, but said that the jurors needed to see it because they need to see what Milagro was promoting. So I thought claiming that they thought the video was real was a pretty good defense to the claim of promoting an altered depiction because, how could they know that Milagro actually thought it was fake? The problem is Milagro repeatedly speculated about whether the video was fake in her live stream when she was showing it. She even says, oh, this has to be AI. So her defense that she thought it was real is kind of negated by that. So they are back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Milagro will have more testimony. We'll get into cross from her lawyer, and then Megan is expected to testify. I am going to write an article for legalaffairsandtrials.com. Check it out.
Now, very interesting stuff. The first thing that
Shout out to the
Milagro
IE
lawyer,
Network.
Natasha B. Amy told the jurors in her opening was that yes, Megan Pete was shot. But she said whether he did or not, that case, that tragedy, that happened in California. So basically saying it has nothing to do with my client, right? So they did inform the jury that Tory Lanez was being held in contempt of court because he refused to answer questions. All right, he had to pay $20,000. The jury was notified that he refused to answer questions. Mr. Peterson responded, they said sanctions could range from monetary fines to days in prison. And Tory Lanez responded, I got 10 years right now. You can do whatever you like to do. Third question, Mr. Peterson got up and told plaintiff counsel that he came in hot. She came in hot and failed or something like that. So Tory Lanez is still, I'll tell you one thing, if you're a woman and you do something, Tory Lanez is going to protect you because he's also he is not answering how he met Milagro. He's not answering if he ever spoke to her in DMs, and he's not answering whether he, sent her, any messages or what have you. So Tory Lanez has not given up Milagro Gramz. He's not helping out at all. And he is, once again, paying for it for not defending himself. And, I know a lot of people say, oh, he don't got to, this, that, no. But, dude, just answer the questions. I mean, this is why you're where you are right now, right? Now, as far as Milagro goes, I don't really know about that defense of, I thought it was real.
Okay. And so listen, shout out to the IE Network. I just wanted to give y'all a heads up, and get y'all in there energy like an update. And then I also wanted y'all to hear Millie. She spoke a little bit yesterday after court, just giving y'all a little bit of her energy as well. So shout out to Little Messy Teens, okay? Shout out to Little Messy Teens.
I like my outfit.
And so
I did my business today when I saw fucking TMZ in my face.
And this Milagro from yesterday, day one.
I gotta be honest, For some people that swear they don't give a fuck about me, as in the public, I do feel like TMZ was waiting to try to have a moment with me, and they did not get it. Okay? And that's just that. So, that's all I really have to say about that. I definitely feel like they tried to have a moment with me, and that's why I said what I said, how I said it, and kept it fucking pushing. And to
as well. Can you imagine representing someone who is just unhinged, immature, throwing temper tantrums, and
Okay, so that was the energy of how they felt Tory Lanez carried himself yesterday. But shout out to Millie and what she was speaking on just coming out the courtroom yesterday, okay? I'm about to pull up, should be the chart. I'm gonna see what I can see because it's like the site is down again, like I said, and that's because we in retrograde for sure. Let's see if we can pull up Tory's chart. He is a Leo sun. I know that. And I remember his birthday is 727. And the reason why I won't never forget that is because that's young Dolph's birthday, as well as Uncle Mooney. And so rest in peace, Uncle Mooney. We lost Mooney, Big Boy's uncle. You know, maybe like a few months like back. So about 3-4 months now. So let's see if this one is Tory. I'm gonna open up both windows either way. Yep, it is. Okay, so you guys should be able to see Tory's chart. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up Milagro too, just in the, not Milagro. Milagro is the Libra sun. I'm sorry, I wasn't able to pull her chart up, but let me pull up Megan's. And like I said, the site was down, so I wasn't able to pull up Clay Thompson, but he is an Aquarius sun. Okay, guys. I'm gonna do this real quick so we can get on into the cards, and I'm gonna start with Tory first, since he's like the beginning of the whole, you know, where it all started from, which was the case previously, you know, that ties into this one. So we'll start at the head, and we're gonna keep working it out our ways down. Okay. And good morning. I hope y'all doing good. I was gonna come back last night, but I was like, ooh, we'll be on here for a while. I didn't realize, you know, we're gonna do Tory messages and see what his energy is. Then we're gonna go to Megan, then we go to Milagro, then we can ask a couple questions about Megan and Clay. So we're gonna try to, I was like, let me rethink that. You know. And again, shout out to everybody. Everybody got a side. That's why I love it over here. There's no wrong answer. How you feel is how you feel. If you Team Meg, shout out to you. And again, if you are okay, so that was Meg. Let's add Tory's up there. Okay. And again, like I said, if you Team Tory, and Team Milagro, whoever you with, let's get into it. Okay. I just gave how I felt first, because we all get to have an opinion, you know. Let me put my glasses on so I can see. All right. So let's get into it. So again, Tory Lanez is a Leo sun, 727, and from what I can see with Tory, he is a Leo sun in the he's second house. Okay, so this is the energy where, oh wow, okay, so no, I'm sorry. He is a Leo sun right there. Fifth house of partnerships. Wow. Okay, so Leo rules the fifth house, guys. So this is interesting because he has a stellium there. And based on his stellium, it looks like he has not only his Chiron, this is this explains a lot, but his Jupiter is in Virgo and it's in his house of his home. So that's interesting. So that explains why he has a successful career and very talented. Okay. His moon is in Gemini. All right. So that is how he and is in his house of home. So the communication, the way he's able to create the music and do things is really, really good. Let's see something right quick. He has Mercury though. Let me see it. Okay. So his Mercury, let's go back to his chart. It's in Leo. And it's in the house of partnerships. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to say something once we get the Meg chart, but I needed to see that. Okay. Also, his Venus, wow, is in Leo. Okay, we're getting here. We're getting somewhere. Wow. Let's see where his Saturn is. And his Chiron, that wounded healer, is in the 5th house. 5th house, let me tell you something, guys. 5th house is partnerships. 5th house is the royal house. That's the house of the royals because the Leo house rules the royal house. But it's also your sexual energy, okay, where you have fun. And it can also be where your children are in the 5th house, you know, for some, just so you know, all right? And Tory has all of these energies in that house, but Chiron is the wounded healer. So I'm unpacking. I'm going somewhere with this, and then we're going to go ahead and move on into the cards. But listen to everything I just said and where everything is. Now, let's just get one more thing. Where's his Saturn in his chart? Okay. It is, wow. Okay. Saturn. It's in Pisces. Interesting. No. His Saturn is in Aquarius. Say less. Okay, so let me say this. Not only is his Saturn in Aquarius, Saturn is where the challenges lie. I always say it's important for us to check out the chart first, okay? Because now we're getting somewhere. This is a karmic relationship between him and Meg, hands down. For anybody who, you know, that don't even understand is here. She's an Aquarius sun. This is where his challenges lie in this lifetime. So this is an energy that, you know, he's a Leo sun. So let's get into her chart, okay? Because like I said, I had to start with him and let's get into her and we're going to see how this all went down, okay? All right, so let's go to her chart. I'm going to take his down and then let's pull her up. All right, I'm going to say, I got so much to say. Wow. I'm sorry. Okay, I wonder if I can add both though. Let me see. And I'm glad y'all riding with me for those that's in here. I thought I could add 2, but it's all good. We got her up there. So y'all see Megan's, right? Now let's get into it. Megan is an Aquarius sun and it's so karmic that it don't even make sense. She is a true Aquarius sun in a house of his home, okay? Aquarius is ruled by, of course, Uranus. Also has a relationship with Pluto, the planet of, transformation, death, endings, new beginnings, right? She has a stellium in that career house, and that's where it gets interesting, okay? So let's unpack. Aquarius sun, that her Mercury and how she communicates, okay? It's in Aquarius, all right? So she's able to, like how she's able to rap, how she's able to speak well in that Aquarius energy, okay? Now, her Saturn is in Pisces, and it's in this 12th house, that hidden house, okay? Career energy with that stellium, okay? So in her career energy, her Venus is in Capricorn. Her Neptune is there. That's the industry. So that speaks on, she's an artist. She does music. So it's in her career house, which that speaks to her career, right? And I'm trying to, let me see. That's Chiron. That is Neptune. I hate that the site is down. The Jupiter is in Sagittarius. That's ninth house energy, right? So that's in his house of home, philosophy, faith, religion. So that's a favor there in the ninth house. And her Pluto is right there in Scorpio in its house of home. That's interesting. And also her looks like her North Node is there too. So her Chiron womb is in that Virgo house where Tory Chiron is. No. His Jupiter is there. Her Chiron is there. So these guys are mirroring career, so to speak. Can y'all catch that, T? And even though her Venus is there in Capricorn, Venus can have a hard time with Capricorn, okay? So we can see where her career is kind of, it kind of comes to a height, and then it's, at a place where it's like, right now, right? Her being this Aquarius sun, she is a Leo moon. So this is a soulmate energy. And that's so interesting with the Tory situation. And it's in her moon is in her 5th house where Tory Lanez sun, Venus, and moon. So baby, he stroked her in ways that she can never imagine. And it's something that she ain't gonna never get over. And let me just say this, for anybody listening, y'all can get mad, but the facts are the facts. And it's aligned in the chart. It's right here in our face where we can see it. And let me say this, her Mars is your sexual libido. Mars is where you take action. And her Mars and her moon is in that 5th house. And let me say this, once she's sneaking around hiding with Tory, moon is what's hidden. And so need I say more? These two, she's this is a lesson for him in his lifetime because of her Aquarius sun being in the house where his Saturn is. That's so interesting, okay? And he has Neptune in his Capricorn house. So this is a karmic relationship, guys, that's playing out right before our very eyes. And let me just say this, his moon is in Gemini. And one thing, when you see a moon, Gemini and Leo get along very well together. So this matchup was kind of like a hidden matchup that nobody really saw coming. And the connection between these two, she ain't over it. All right. So that's what's that. Let me pull up, at least let me see Clay Thompson's birth chart. Not birth chart, but his birthday. Because he is an Aquarius sun, right? Milagro is a Libra sun. And her birthday just passed not too long ago. So happy belated birthday to Milagro and shout out to her, okay? So Libra is here to balance the scales. And I mean, it is the energy right now, you know, with the challenges. And again, we in Mercury retrograde. So this case came back again. So that's what happens during retrograde. Things come back. So again, now they're in court to, you know, get down to business. All right. So let's just see his birthday. He is an Aquarius sun, Klay Thompson. And his birthday is on February 8th. Okay. So he's a few days after Big. So 208. All right. And Megan is what day was her birthday? Let me see. February 15th. Okay, so she's 215. Same day as my little baby fatty. Okay. So she is so both February Aquarius' birthdays not too far from each other. Okay. I wish I could see where his chart is, but like I said, that the site is down. Let me see if it came back up. I don't think so. Oh, it did. Good. Okay, yay. Okay. Let me pull these down. We're going to get into the card. So this is Tory first, okay? Guys, we're going to start with Tory. I'm going to get his current energy, and then we'll get into... I'm going to pull some of these message cards, these oracle cards, because they be having something to say. Let's check him out real quick. So Klay Thompson, February 8th, NBA player. They're saying, I don't know if he's benched for the season or benched for the moment, but he's an Aquarius sun, guys. Oh, okay. So he's an Aquarius sun in his house too of Aquarius. All right, guys. Also, he is okay, and it looks like his Mercury is there as well. Let me see. His Mercury is there. Okay. Wow. Okay. And so, so they have Uranus. I see it. Okay, so that makes sense. And the Chiron is there. Where was Tory Mars? That's what we didn't see. So let's go and check that out real quick. Oh, and the money-making house. That's why he was like, I don't care. 20,000, it don't matter. He gonna always get to the money because that's where he take action. So it's gonna come to him either way. You know, Taurus is how you take care of yourself. That's that second house of finances and money, okay? So by him being in the house that Taurus rules, it's just an automatic blessings and favor. So even through the challenges, the 10 years, the this, the that, you know, blessings are here. He getting money, whether people gonna bless him with it, you know, like how they said, you know, Chris Brown, you know, sent him 500,000. He's gonna always have favor, and it can come from, you know, wherever. It can be given, it could be earned. Okay, so he's gonna always have favor in that regard. All right. So this man's Venus, Klay Thompson. Let's see where his Venus lies. Okay. So his Venus is in Capricorn, all right? So he has a stellium there as well. The Neptune is there, career, industry, even though he's an athlete, right? His Mars is in Sagittarius, okay? So that's interesting because that's that ninth house, that philosophical house. So this could be a blessed relationship for Megan. And at this time, she really needs to take advantage of this relationship, because this may be the thing that can, you know, possibly pull her through while she going through dealing with this case and all the things. Okay, so this man might, you know, be, you know, in the energy of just this chart aligning could very well be a blessing for her. Where's his Chiron? Oh, it's in Cancer. Okay, so he has a Leo moon in its 5th house of partnerships. Okay, so him and Megan are also a soulmate connection. Okay, so his Jupiter is in Cancer, all right, as well as his Chiron, which is the mother wound. So that is why he has an empathetic empathy because of her, in the loss of her mother. So this aligns. So, you know, the challenges for him is also in Capricorn, which is still favored because it's in its house of home. Okay. So through the shakers of his career, he'll be able to pull through and push through, and he'll continue to be successful because his Scorpio also has, it looks like they both have Scorpio in his house of home, which was hidden. So they have a lot in common, a lot of placements that align. So this would be to her advantage to really, make this work, considering all the other things that she might have not done right so far. Let's just keep it a buck. So this relationship, I know people saying what they want to say about it. And like I said, I'm here to tell the truth. I can tell you how I feel, but I always keep it a buck with y'all. Again, with his Venus being in that Sagittarius and her Jupiter being there, like I said, this situation, it would behoove her to make this relationship work with her and Klay Thompson, because this would be favorable for her, at this time, maybe have children. And Jupiter is about expansion. So, they'll be able to kind of connect on certain things, especially with his Chiron being in that, remember Cancer is mother moon. So let's get into the message. Let's see what's up with Tory first, and we're going to start with him and unpack. Okay, guys? Uh-oh. Let me see. I got 4 comments. Let me see what I can see. Y'all know I don't know how to work this thing. Hey, Anya. Hey, Anya Carter 876. Yeah, Millie is 10-7. Yes. And Tory is 727. Remember, Tory a Leo, sis. Hey, Anaya. I'm learning how to do this. I don't know how to hit, how do I, where are the comments? Like, where do I bring it back? Yes, let's pray Millie wins that case. I'm with you, girl. Yes, girl. And welcome in here. I do not know how to, how do I put the, yes. Hey, girl. Yay. So let's start with Mr. Tory. Okay. So I did already play up the cards. Let's cut the energy though. That's my puppy, my baby. Now, what you doing, baby boy? All right, let's pray for Millie. Come through, Millie. I know they started court, so we'll get into it. They probably are in there now, and I know Armand says I can't wait for him to cover it today. And we'll come back and check in. Just wanted to get started with it, so let's start. Tory Lanez. Leo sun. Let's see what's up with Mr. Tory. Okay. That's what's up. And hey, y'all. Man. Let's see. What's up with Tory? Sorry that was long, but I like to see what's up with people. And how things play out. So this is on Tory Lanez, okay, guys? If you're just checking in, Energy on the Tory. See what's going on here. Okay. Yeah. Tory Lanez, Leo sun. Let's see. What's up, Tory? What's going on with you? Okay. Tory Lanez. And you know what? I ain't never did no reading on it, so it ain't like I gotta, you know, this is just how I felt beforehand, you know. So let's see. Watching this all play out like all of you guys, you know. Tory Lanez. Okay. We're going to take it, baby. We are going to take it. All right, so this is his current energy, okay? And I'm going to leave it like that. I always like to leave it, you know, bottom of the deck where you can see it. And let's see what's up with our boy. Let me unpack. Okay. Okay. Give me 1 second, y'all, because I'm going to turn the heat up. It's a little cold. But I just wanted to say, just even before what I just pulled is really interesting, okay? And we're going to keep unpacking, but this is just his current energy right now. So give me one second. I'll be right back in 1 second. I just want to, like I said, let me turn the heat up. It's cold down here. Be right back. Ooh, they had the AC on. No wonder I'm freezing. Are y'all, is it cold where y'all at? You know it's down here in ATL. It's a trip. Okay. So let's get into it. All right. So y'all, listen. The first card that Tory got, you know, it's the energy where he just feel like, you know, it's the Empress in reverse. You know, he just feel like he down at the time. Feeling like the feminine energy is just against him. You get what I'm saying? This is about impatience, like the energy of how he reacted yesterday in trial when they spoke about him saying like, I don't want to be bothered. I'm not speaking on it. But I'm gonna say something too. Because like I said, sometimes I just need a moment to unpack. Milagro is a Libra sun. And with this energy, this is the energy of her coming in. And it's in reverse because it's a situation where she in a fight right now. She in the court case. You know, it is what it is. Hey, comments. Let me see what the comments are saying. Yeah, Armand did make it, you know, Anaya. It said Megan and don't. It said, I hope Armand covers it. Megan Kuna and Donat wasn't doing it for me. That's what Armand said when he went live last night. And Anaya, before I start with the cards, everybody sent him enough money for him to get out there. So check him out today. He should be out there. Okay. Let me keep the comments up here so I can see them. Like I said, I'm learning how to work this thing. But let me go back to, let me remove that anyway. Let me remove, okay, there we go. Back to it. Okay. So sometimes, like I said, I just need a moment to unpack. And that energy of Tory, okay, with that, this is a situation where Milagro, you know, she in a fight right now in her court case, man. She trying to, you know, push through against, you know, Meg. And this is the energy of how they got her right now, trying to, basically this is all, everything is alleged, but this is the energy coming down on her in this court case. But this is the energy of Tory, with how he reacted with the impatience. It was in a energy to protect Milagro, or not necessarily in the energy of admission of any type of guilt, but it's the energy of, I'm not even gonna speak on whether I know her or not. I'm not even gonna speak on, how we communicate, or if we communicate at all. It ain't none of your business. All right. So that's the energy of how he came in. Okay. It's interesting because this is a Leo card, and it's beside the Empress, and this is Tory in the upright with that victory card. He was, brought to the forefront yesterday, publicly, maybe not in the best way, but this is, an energy of, because you got this 3 of Cups sideways, and it's crazy. Because this the situation, right? Him, Megan, Milagro, all 3, right? And so when you see it sideways, it represents so many things. That 3 of Cups in reverse is the situation that happened, the overindulgence, like we spoke of, things getting out of hand that brought them to this, why they even here in this court case, because like I said, it started with him and Megan first, and this 3 could be him, Kelsey, and also Megan. Remember, we doing Tory cards first. We ain't even got into the other ones, right? So this is the energy where they were out partying, celebrating, and things went left. So that's why the card is sideways, right? And so this is the energy of, again, like I spoke on, even in my own personal opinion, and the cards are even showing that 3's a crowd. Her not being held accountable for her character. All right. When you see the victory card, this is a card of fame, because they are in the public eye. All of this is to the forefront, right? So this is how he feels like all of this brought on all of that. All right. And he's not going to, it's in an energy with this, Milagro being here automatically saying, I'm going to stand on business. I ain't going to even speak on her. They can charge me $20,000. It don't matter. Whatever they want to think at this time. That's why he said, hell, I'm already in here, for whatever time they trying to do. And he does feel defeated. That's a Leo card, strength in reverse. Y'all see that? So that's where Tory is with it. At this time, this is his current energy. All right. He's in a place of doubt right now. His energy is low. He just feel like, an energy of defeat in a sense. I can't make the cards up, y'all. Y'all ain't even, he feeling defeated. I can't wait to get this webcam so I can, like I said, I'm learning how to work all this stuff. So work with me, y'all. This is new for me. But when I get the webcam, y'all gonna be able to see me in another angle where you will be able to look at the cards while I'm talking. But let's get back into it. It's crazy. This is the strength card. He feels, defeated, feeling in doubt due to who? This Queen of Swords. Who is the Queen of Swords? Megan. And I'm gonna just say something, and I'm gonna leave it right here. Look at the position the card is in. I ain't trying to be funny, but I'm gonna say it again for my family out there. Look at the position this Queen of Swords is in. It would be different if he felt down and out about Queen of Swords in this energy, but this ain't what came up. He feel down and out about a Queen of Swords that's, need I say more? Anaya, I feel bad for him too. I really do. And see, I ain't never flipped on this before, so I like to see it, the truth. You know, I'm like I said, I just spoke in the beginning on how I feel personally, because I be wanting justice for all the right people. Let me say this, because like I said, I be down for, I'm for my girls too now. I don't want no mess, but when you right, you're right, and when you're wrong, you're wrong. Let me tell you something about a Queen of Swords in reverse. It's a nasty energy. It's a bitchy energy. It's cruel. It's bitter. It's cold-hearted energy, straight up. You know, listen, when you see that energy like that, you right, girl. He is her karma. And look, she brought the conflict. She brought the fight. I can't make the messages up even if I wanted to. Her energy brought this. And just think about it, guys. From the time that this situation has happened, she went on Gayle King, talking about she went in front of y'all. Listen, one thing about it, that's what, like I said, my channel is for all. You got y'all out there who stand with Megan, you stand on business. That's your girl. You got people who, you know, we stand with Tory, we riding with him. And then you get what I'm saying? We got people who we rooting for Millie, people who not. But the cards don't lie. You get what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, this just is the facts right here. This energy, look at that. For her negligence. Y'all see that? And it went left and brought this whole conflict. Her career been a conflict. How's it going with the new song she brought out just a week ago? You know, you right, Anaya. Everything that she does, listen, it's even in my, you know, the way I see it from my lens, right? So Tory got denied, but the only thing you've been doing, I mean, you're dating Klay Thompson, but at the end of the day, we're talking about your career. What about your projects and things that you put effort into? How's that been going for you? You can't blame that on Millie. This ain't got nothing to do with her. Empress is about money, finances as well, pentacles, abundance. So because you mad and bitter, you want to put Millie, you know, Millie in a situation where her finances can't, you know what I'm saying? It's messed up. And let me just say this. He feel like, and I hope that this ain't the energy, because that's what I was praying for. You know, he feel low. He feel defeated at this point. Like, okay, it is what it is. So it's almost like it's in a sense where he just like, I'm accepting the loss. I'm just going to continue to move forward. And that's the energy he gave at court, didn't he, a night? I'll just take the 20,000. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I got the money. Moving on. Because he already know he going to be successful. Hell, he done put out a successful project behind bars. Let's talk about it. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it real, right? I always look at all, like, because me, I'm a person, I love, you know, looking at all the other readers and stuff, because I respect the craft, and I just love to see, you know, how things align and how they see the truth and the facts, you know. And these cards are lining up just like what they spoke of, you know. This is an energy, you know. This is how he reacted yesterday, how they feel, emotional. Because remember, we talking about current energy, right? And it's interesting because when you see the Page of Cups, it's about childishness energy, you know. And guess what? That's how he reacted yesterday. These cards is just exactly the outcome. He feel like, fuck it, I'm moving on. I'm accepting the loss. This is how it was. I'm sorry. They were in this order. So he cut up, he blocked, stood on business for Millie by saying, I ain't got to say nothing. I ain't going to even admit that I even know her ain't none of y'all business, right? And said, I'll take the charge. I'll take it. I got the money. Fuck it. Take the $20,000 fine. It is what it is, right? But I got some news, y'all. Look at these cards. Look at that high priestess. Meg better tread lightly, because baby, it's some things that's about to come out. And let me say this. You know what? Anaya, you right. I love Angel Kisses, the Oracle. I really do. Her and that, what's the girl's name that she went on live with? They do an amazing job. And you know what's funny? She cussed me the fuck out on one of her lives, y'all. Because my just so y'all know, my original, like my own, like my personal YouTube channel where I, you know, because you gotta have one that I done had for years before I actually did, you know, started into doing readings and stuff like that. And that one, and you know, just so y'all know, if y'all ever see me in the comments, I'm eat heavenly cupcakes forever. And I'm always gonna be eat heavenly cupcakes, y'all. And you can catch me on Instagram and all my little social media. That's me. I'm Erica. But this is just my actual, you know, YouTube page where I do my readings and stuff like that. And sorry about that. And I was on one of her lives, and remember with the Puffy trial, and one thing I hate sometimes with text and messages, they can come out where people can misread them and feel offended. You get what I'm saying? And that wasn't what I was trying to do. I respect her so much that when it was happening in real time, I was like, what's going on with Tisa Tales, right? And I really wanted to know. And the reason why I wanted to know is because I did a reading, if you go back on Puffy, like I always did. And a lot of times when I did Puffy, it's personal. It hits home for me, for y'all that don't know, you know, and for the ones that do. Because of course, even over the weekend, we celebrated my sister Kim. Kim Porter passed on 11/15. Okay. That's like, she's like a big sister to me. All right. My youngest son and the girls, they grew up together, best friends. Ebony Lecture is my big sister. Those are my big sisters, okay? So I wasn't being disrespectful, and I think that she read it wrong on her live. And when I say she cussed me out, y'all. And I was like, oh my God. I didn't mean it in no form or fashion, but somebody actually wrote on my page, you know, you faker than Tisa Tales. So I'm like, well, what is up with her? Because what is the odds of somebody coming on my page, you know what I'm saying, and then she down there at the courthouse cutting up, you know, for how things went, right? And so with how she was, you know, puffy, diddy. And I was really just, I wish, like I said, I wish with Angel's situation where sometimes you can speak instead of typing, because when you typing like how you typing to me, Anaya, it can be misread. And I think that she, you know, misread what I was saying. I was like, I love Kim. And she's like, you can't love him and deal with Puffy. But this is the thing. You only get one parent. You get one mama in this lifetime. You get one daddy. Those girls can't pick, you know, who, but we got to be there for them. And that's all I was saying to her. It ain't so much as about me loving him. He ain't my favorite person, no. But I support Jesse and Quincy, Christian. You get what I'm saying? I love my sister Kim. So that's just, you know, it was just a total misunderstanding. And I hate that, because I love watching her and I still watch her. And hopefully she'll unblock me. But like I said, they do amazing work when it comes to Tory. But back to the reading, girl. I'm sorry. I just had to, you know, say that, because that was kind of crazy how that all went. You know what I'm saying? You know, industry is small. You know what I mean? So, and we all family. You get what I'm saying? We from Atlanta. Remember, my sister Kim, she from Columbus. And so, yes, her passing date was 11/15, and we actually celebrated her over the weekend. So each weekend been so busy for me, y'all. That's why I be like, I gotta get in here and do the readings with y'all. I miss y'all, but last weekend was Hall of Fame, Outkast. We represent, and I know when y'all saw Big do his and Andre do their thank you speech up there, my boys, Deuce and Ryder, because I know you heard what Big said, Deuce and Ryder. He was like, Deuce and Ryder. Those is me and Rico boys. You see Rico behind me, that's my children's father. I love him and I miss him so much. Rico Wade, for y'all that don't know. So yeah, that's me. So let's get back to the reading, y'all. Just be wanting to let y'all know what's going on. But that was a beautiful experience there in LA. Okay, so like I said, secrets gonna be coming out, and at the end of the day, it's gonna be some things that's gonna be revealed. And let me just say this. It's a Knight of Cups energy it's going to be some messages to come out about this situation with Tory and Meg, but it could even be a person that's going to come and say something she don't even see coming, but it's a lot of things hidden under the table that have went on, right? A lot of payola, a lot of hand washing from hand to hand. And at the end of the day, guess what? That's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see this because I've been praying for him. This is going to come out. So we're going to see some things. Let me tell you something about Olodumare, which is God, just another Yoruba term for God. It's like some people say Yahweh. However you connect, okay? That's why I say I respect all faiths. But God, Olodumare, like my chief say, heaven see everything. So while you down here hiding or feel like you're doing as such, and it may feel like Tory is defeated right now and at a loss, but heaven see everything. And guess what? Everything in due time. Truth gonna come out. You're gonna see it. Watch what I tell you. So let's see. So that's Tory's current energy, and this is all what happened. And as you can see, with this sideways, even in the energy, with the conflict that we pulled up, right, guys? When you saw this situation, he didn't do it. He didn't shoot her. This is all about a celebration that went left, right? When it's upside down, you did it. Or whichever way you want to read it, but the celebration was happening. But the fact that it's sideways, like I said, it's some things that's going to be revealed. That's going to come out, right? I'm going to tell you why he didn't shoot it, because I kept saying, well, why is this right here? Why is this right here in the upright? Because he feel defeated because his head held high. Tory didn't do it. It's right there. He like, man, I'm going through all this, you just feel like, damn. But the legal counsel wasn't good. It wasn't good. There was a lot of things left out. Again, Page of Cups in reverse. Her line. She went on Gayle King talking about she, had sex. It's so many things just were wrong about that whole situation, right? So we can see all of those things. Let's see, let's add the energy around with Tory, which we see some things coming out, but let's see if he's going to experience some form of justice in this situation. Is he going to get overturned? Let's get the energy around that, okay? So, Tory Lanez. Get the energy up. I've seen some things, and I'm sure praying for them. Let's see. Let's at least get like one to three. She came up as herself already. Damn, they don't even want to answer, but I'm gonna flip her cards. Interesting. Well, he did a part. He did kind of justice for this. Tory. Okay, them cards ain't right out there. Let's see. Okay, now. Alright. Alright. Okay, so this is interesting, right? And look at what's at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so let me say this because I just pulled from the top and the bottom, but these are the three that I got. And in this order. And let me show you. Let me show y'all what I got so you can see. This is how they came. I said, remember I said we'll start X for 3 cards, right? So right now, he's experiencing, you get what I'm saying, the denial. This was the, what was it? The thing that they said his appeal was denied. So this is the, you know, denial here, right? And this is the conflict and the fight. But it's some people in the energy fighting for him in the background that we can't see, right? And it's the conflict. It's people working against him, and then it's people who are working for him. All right. So this is what this represents. And then with this in reverse, this is the backstab. This is the, you know, fallout. Because at the end of the day, this was treacherous, what was done to this man. And this is the card of treachery. All right. So it's in reverse because he's already experienced it. He's in jail, right? At this time. And so this is the energy of, when you see that, it's like, it's the energy of how he feels like it can't get no worse than this. I'll take the $20,000 fine. It's the energy also of, you know, it's only up from now. So at some point, things are going to turn around. This is a card of regeneration, right? Okay. It's the card of, it's like I done hit my rock bottom and now it's time to go up. So he got some people fighting for him to come out of this position. And that's why this card is here. Okay. That's so interesting. Let me say this. This is the card going forward, which I pulled from the top of the deck and the bottom of the deck, right? So I love to see this. Things are going to turn around for Tory, guys. This was the top of the deck. Do you see that? 2 of Wands, forward motion, planning, you know, things moving forward. Like I said, they fighting behind the scenes. It's people working against him, but then it's got some folks. It's a diamond in it. It's some people, you know, hidden that's fighting for Tory. Okay, so we got to keep him lifted in prayers. All right, but this is a card about progress and forward planning. Okay, things are being done strategically that you can't see. Remember that high priestess was hidden, and it's about to come out. Okay. So, you know, yes, and travel for plans, getting up out of there, moving forward. And look. That's the moon. Remember I said that things are going to come out? We about to see some stuff. I mean, you can't get 2 reveal cards that strong, okay? It's illusions. It's like everything that they want you to see. Just like right now, how this case is being done in Millie. All this is about, you know, creating a narrative so everybody will feel like, you know, because if you got the money and you got the power, you got the money to pay the press. You got money to pay all the people to keep things hidden. But see, that moon coming in and that upright, baby, this is the reveal. Y'all see that? I can't make the messages up. This is about intuition, you know, and just these are the things that are going to be revealed. and things gonna work out in his favor. But let me just say this. The reason why I said this was the card after I pulled the top of the deck and the bottom of the deck, look what was next. Under it. That's the card of unfairness. This is unjust what's going on to this man. When you see that, look at the words. Unjust. Ain't that what's happening? Unfairness. And then I say she had a what? Lack of accountability. She had a lack of accountability. Not accountable. I don't understand what they mad at her for either. Why is she even in court? That's why that card came up like that. So it's gonna be something that's going to, come for Tory. It's gonna happen out of nowhere too. You see that how that moon? It's gonna come out of nowhere, and it's gonna turn. It's gonna take a turn. Just hold tight. Just a matter of time. We're gonna see. Let's pull some message cards, and then we're gonna pull. I guess we need to pull. Who y'all think we should do? Meg next, and then Milagro last. Because we see what the energy of Tory, right? So let's just get a few cards. Let's get a few cards. We're gonna pull these. Let's pull these cards right here. Let's get some tea. Let's get some. Pull some message cards for him real quick. We just pull like maybe 3 to 5. They don't have to be in no order, but I just like to do them to back up. So, and we here. It's morning time. Let's see what's up. We already knew this was gonna be. We got a lot of people on the thumbnail. Ain't no rush. Get your coffee and stuff, right? So, Tory Lanez. Leo. Yeah, let's see what's up. Let's get a few message cards for Tory. It's gonna come out of nowhere. I'm glad to see that too. Let me see. Tory. I wonder y'all if we Anaya, did you see that? Has it started yet on live? Did Armand already so like, did he start reporting today? Because I know he said he was starting. Let me know. Let's see. Because I'm sure they in court by now. It's like probably 10:30 here, right? Okay. Let's see. Okay. At least 3. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's get a couple of these, and we're gonna move on to. Yes, we can do Meg. And she's the one that is suing Milagro. So we'll get into Meg Thee Stallion next, okay? Yeah. So nobody's up there. Even what's his I saw the Knot yesterday too, right? He was doing it live. I didn't get to watch his live, but he was, so. Okay, let's see what's up. Let's get a few of these too. You didn't see him? Okay. I wonder, did the case start yet? Do y'all know? Or no? Everybody don't know. 3 came out right then. Wow. Extra messages for that. Interesting. Messages for Tory Lanez. In this case. See what's up. Extra messages. There we go. Okay, so we got unbreakable. Okay, I'm glad to see that for him. Inner thoughts, inner toughness, enduring hardship, strength through adversity. Nothing can break me because, baby, that strength card in reverse had me a little sad, right? So I'm glad. So his energy gonna turn at some point. You know, we all can feel how we feel right now, right? Well, all that's going on, you know. Triggered. Yesterday he was triggered. Y'all see that? Emotional reactions, unresolved wounds, facing past hurts. Why does this bother me? You know, just all the way he's going through, okay? Okay, blind date, surprise meeting, unexpected chemistry, awkward introductions, could be love or disaster. This was the situation that jumped off between him and old girl, you know? It was unexpected. Him and Meg that caused it, right? Cloud chaser. Victimized. Victim energy. Does anything for attention, fame, hungry, desperate for followers, anything for a like. Need I say more? And look, ain't this funny as hell, y'all? Plastic smiles. I can't make the messages up. Don't shoot the messenger down, okay? This ain't got nothing to do with how I feel personally, all right? Fake kindness, forced friendliness, hiding resentment behind smiles, friends in name only, okay? So this the energy of her coming out on how she, you know, handles things. And look, I can't make this up, y'all. False alarm. He didn't do it. I can't make the messages up. This is hilarious. These cards are cool. Exaggerated panic, unnecessary drama, overreaction to minor events, much ado about nothing. Child. You know what? Yes, we'll pull Kelsey after we pull Meg. Ain't that some shit? And so these cards were funny. Okay, so repo. Default on payments, financially incapable, repossessed assets. So this just may be the energy to me of him having to pay that fine yesterday, right? Rebound, flighty, temporary option, unpredictable intentions. You know, that's her energy, that Queen of Swords in reverse, right? Siren call, sexual tactics, gaining attention, lured by temptation, right? And that's the situation that was going on with them. Can't make it up. Slay, succeeding, on point and killing it, dominating the competition. Again, he has had success in his project, even behind bars, right? And flexing, showing off, prideful and conceited, flashy and boastful. That can go on both ends. Because like he said yesterday, hell, I got it, moving on. Standing on business about it. And it's funny because that card came out again, roller coaster. Full of highs and lows, off and on again, hot and cold. So to me, that roller coaster energy was what represented them in, you know, what got them to the lows, right? But to me, she ain't over him. That's interesting. Let's see something. Let me see one more thing. And then we're going to pull Megan cards. Okay, y'all? Let me see something real quick. That's crazy. Message from Tory. right? At least 3. Let's see. Tory Lanez, the other one. Tory Lanez. Let's see. Just want to see some messages. 727. Okay, there we go. We'll take the top. We'll take the bottom. Ooh. Okay. Yep, this is about right. So broken, shattered, heartbroken, destroyed. That's how he felt when that denial came in, right? Then you got he had exhaustion, energy, depletion, drain, long journey, him being locked up, right? So that's factual. Again, withdrawn. The energy of how he, kind of felt even when you saw that 5 of Cups in reverse, single, lonely, in a solitary, because he's, locked up right now, right? Cloudy judgment, illusions, unbalanced, distorted. Remember I said it's some things and some illusions, it's some things playing out that are being put out for us to not be able to see the truth. You get what I'm saying? And then look, I can't make it up. You got, I don't know which one to read first, but time. Remember I said in due time, some things are going to turn around, waiting, cycles, and moments. Okay? So hold on, Tory. Hold on, baby. It's going to work out. And also interesting, look, curse, hex, witchcraft, negative mind. Need I say more things being put into place to hold a good man down, right? Hey, we see the truth, don't we? Let's see what's up with Miss, what's her name? Megan Thee Stallion. Let's pull her energy now. See what's going on. And like you said, we'll do Kelsey too. Let's pull Meg, y'all. Child. Let me see. Let's see what's up with her. So it's an interesting situation, ain't it? Making a stand. Okay, let's see what's up with her. Let's get into her current energy. And then we will flip, and then we're going to do Millie. So let's see what's up. Current energy on Meg Thee Stallion right now. And then we're going to ask about the court case. I just wanted to see what was going on with Tory before we got into it, since he was the beginning of all of this, right? Hey, everybody who's checking in right now. Welcome in here. Thank you for checking in with me. I'm on Megan Thee Stallion for y'all that's just tagging in, okay? Pulling her cards now. So I just want to clear the cards. So now let's do it. Megan Thee Stallion, Megan Thee Stallion, Megan Thee Stallion. Aquarius sun, Aquarius sun, Aquarius sun. See what's up with her. What's her current energy at this time? So Megan Thee Stallion. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna take it. Yep. Megan Thee Stallion. Let's see. Ooh, okay, it came out in a little pack, didn't it? Okay. And then we'll do it this way. Okay, we're gonna take it. Leave that right there. So, extra messages, but okay. Alright, so let's leave that like that, okay? Y'all, hey, I'ma always leave it little card that be right there, right? Okay, so this is this way. So let's put this here and here. All right, so those were the extra, the way they feel. All right, so let's unpack. Let's unpack. Let's see what's going on. Sure. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so I was just trying to see how to unpack. Okay, so it's interesting, guys. All right, let's get into it. The first card for Megan, interestingly enough, it's the conflict. Y'all see that? Coming in on the bullshit, coming in with the fight. You know, to me, it's the energy of the conflict is already happening. And we're here now. And it's the energy that trips me out of now I just want to, kind of like you want to avoid it. Like an energy of, agreeing to disagree. It's like you brought all this on, you got this case against Millie, and now it's the energy where you really want to digress and kind of just agree to disagree, but you want to pull out, but we here now, right? Also, when you see this card, that Five of Wands, this is like, again, exaggeration, instability, all the BS that you brought that caused this whole situation. Y'all see that? That's crazy, right? This is about the next card she got is the Page of Cups, right? News. And even though she's in the court case, she's in the conflict, dealing with, she got a lot of different things going on, even behind the scenes that we can't see, too, in my opinion, of some sort of conflicts. It could be in business, it could be a lot of different things, because Five of Wands is all about action and motion, right? But when you see that Page of Cups, this is news of, like, again, like she gonna keep trying, what do you say? Her creative projects, her music, different things that she's gonna continue to try to work on and put out in the forefront. Okay, so she's working hard to push the creative projects that will bring her financial, means. But again, the way she's viewed by the public too, Five of Wands. People in their feelings about how, her in general. You got some people who stand on her. Conflict, right? Some people who support her, she's the victim. And then you have people who, like, they in their feelings, because Wands is, passion, action. People feel like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? Also, I'm gonna say something. When you see that Page of Cups, it's news of, this is her and Klay Thompson, right? She could be working on getting pregnant. We may hear news of her having a baby. And if you didn't see when I read her chart and went over it when I very first started the link, I said this may be the thing that may be up to her advantage at this time with dealing with him, right? So don't be surprised, y'all, if we hear that, in the future coming up. All right. The Emperor's here. And to me, this represents like ability to lead, but in this energy, this is about recklessness energy, right? Not handling things the way that you need to handle them, or your character, because the emperor is the leader, you get what I'm saying? It's a respected figure, and also represents court. But when you see it in reverse, it's about recklessness, not having good character. All right, controlling energy. And I'm gonna say something. This could be her situation and her label. Again, cups, page, music, creativity, and whoever her is, it I forgot, it's like Rock Nation, the team, the energy, not operating in the best character, right? This is the energy of doing things behind the scene to manipulate and make things happen. You get what I'm saying? To go in her favor, right? So this is the energy of, let me put my coffee up so I can show you. I can't wait to get the webcam so y'all can see. This is the energy of manipulation to get things to go in your favor. So you will continue to, seem like you're coming out in the upright, but it's things that's being done under the table, not right, not good character, recklessness, shadiness, payola, all the things in order for you to look like this. Can't make it up. Can't make it up. Queen of Pentacles is here. Okay. So at the end of the day, this is the energy of things not, like I said, not being done in the upright, so you can come out on top. Financial wise, and even in, you get what I'm saying, winning your court case. So this is the energy of doing whatever you got to do at all costs to get this outcome. And like I said, don't be surprised if y'all see her, coming in with a baby or news of expectancy, because at the end of the day, she got to do what? Secure a bag. Y'all see that? She need this to secure this, because it's shaky over here in these other streets. It's shaky, right? Let me say this too. She got it's like, but this thing gonna keep coming back to haunt her. Yeah, I see that world card. It's like you wanting to seek closure again with the 5 of Wands in reverse, and it's world card. But it's no closure. It's delays. It's incompletion, right? It's like an energy of, you're trying to move forward, but this is not gonna work out in your favor, sis, at the end of the day, because it was things that aren't done right. You didn't handle things right. You were willing to do whatever. Your team and who you represent, you are willing to do whatever. They're still gonna bring this right here, right? So it's like I said, it's a cycle that's not closed out. And again, her karma, look at that. What goes around comes around, right? So the karma is going to come. Can't make it up. Don't shoot the messenger, right? This is the energy of her goal is the Fool card. She got a lot of energy of wanting to move on. Ain't that kind of arrogant in a sense too? Praying to move forward to a new journey, a new beginning. And this is her gonna be her new beginning. This is the goal. Baby, new beginning, right? Jump off the cliff. Let me do what I gotta do. Because in the energy, you know, you wanted to move forward, but again, this aligns with that world card, that karma. You know, this is about resistance to change. You want to move forward, but something gonna bring you right on back. You see that? Unfinished business. You're gonna have to answer to this karma. It's gonna seem like things are happening well, and you're gonna be moving into new. And right when you get to that, you're gonna have to deal with that. The wheel always turn. Y'all see that? Them tables turn, don't they? Can't make it up. But this is her goal. Look at that Queen of Cups and King of Cups. She in love right now. Her and oh boy. Y'all see that? And it's interesting that they backs turn, but they in love, and this is what this represents. So this is what she gonna rely on. This is her new beginning. Look, because this was bottom of the deck, top of the deck. So this is her new beginning. This right here, added in with, she finna run down that aisle, baby. She had that baby and move forward. Ain't that something? This is about reciprocity, right? Give or take. And look, this was the bottom of the deck, top of the deck, right? So it's interesting that you got the reciprocity card, but you still left with what? Upside down. Look at that, y'all. That's deep. This her current energy. Winning at all costs for whatever you need. But guess what? Heaven see everything. Only the Myra God don't like ugly, so you still end up like this. You got to pay one way or the other. Look at that. It ain't gonna close out. Like, it ain't gonna be how she feel. And how she, you know, she got some work to do. She got some apologies to make. She got some stuff. And look, this card, even with the top and the bottom, I can't make it up. She got some, look at the reveal that's coming. That moon card is steady. And it's in reverse. Because guess what? The secrets and things are about to be revealed. They're gonna come out. Do y'all see that? It's not gonna stop. That's why that world card was in reverse, because you can't stop can't stop the cycle. You can't stop karma. And remember, everything in due time. Everything in due time. I didn't even expect to see that myself. So we know that she's gonna be moving forward with oh boy, you know. And in this situation, you know, it looks like she's gonna have a form of a win, but the win ain't gonna be a win for real. Did you see that? It's like a win and a loss, right? So let's get some message cards for her. Let's see. That's crazy. Let's get some message cards for Meg. And then we finna pull Millie. Wow. Yeah, let's see what's up. Let's get the message cards. That's deep. I just read the cards when I see the cards. I didn't expect to see that. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It's Meg Thee Stallion. I'm gonna clear it and then I'm gonna pull, okay? And welcome everybody who coming in. I'm on Meg. I did read her her regular cards and her current energy, okay? But let's just get some message cards on her. Okay, let's see. Meg Thee Stallion, Meg Thee Stallion. Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Sun. 215. Let's do like 1 or 3 on them, you know? Let's see what's up. Let's see what T cards will come out for her. Megan Thee Stallion, Megan Thee Stallion. That's interesting. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Let's get a few more. Couple more cards. Definitely gonna take that. Let's get a few more. There we go. Okay, and let's pull some of these other ones too real quick. And then we're gonna move on to Milagro. So let's clear these for me. And then we're gonna pull. Yeah. Hope y'all doing good. Hope you got your coffee. And for y'all just checking in, I talked a little bit, you know, in the beginning about my own personal feelings. I also, you know, I always do a little bit of astrology, which was really important, believe it or not, because they answered a lot of questions with her and Tory. Definitely a karmic connection. Definitely really love him. You know what? I'm going to ask how she feel about Tory. Let's ask that. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Before we close out her cards and go to Milagro. Here, we've been here already, so let's ask her current energy for him, you know? Let's see. All them just came out, so here, we just going to take them, you know? And we're going to keep that too. So let's see what's up. And then we're going to ask the cards how she feel about him. A few of these just bust out for her. So let's see. Okay, so, and this is no particular order, but let's see. Ooh, she gonna get a wake-up call. I can't make the damn messages up, y'all. Her card said that. Spiritual awakening, sudden clarity, urgent awareness, can't ignore it anymore. Didn't I say she ain't gonna be able to, with that world card like that? That is crazy, yo. She will have a form of a bounce back, which is what it seems like is happening now in the energy, right? You know, resilience after setbacks, recovering quickly, determination to rise again, can't keep me down. That was that reciprocity card, right? So this is the energy that she's, you know, currently in right now. You got, DM slide. So, you know, even though she with Clay, she got a lot, you know, little things going on. Unexpected flirtation, direct messages, testing the water, sliding into your inbox. So, you know, I'm sure she got a lot of admirers. We know that much. Let it go. Remember, she had a lot of energy of that's how she feels, but it's a little too late for that. You know, the releasing grudges, emotional freedom, forgiving yourself and others. Key words, forgiving yourself and others. You know, trying to free her heart. But you can't run from that karma with that wake-up call. Y'all see that? And then friend zone, platonic trap, unreciprocated feelings, stuck as friends, like a sibling to me, right? Now, I don't know what that could be in her regard, but it could be past tense for her, right? But this is the cards that she got: trolling, intentionally causing upset, baiting a reaction, and provoking disputes. And ain't that what we in court for? Wow. Listen, this is what she in there for, suing Millie for. Tiptoeing. Look at that. Acting shady, sneaking around, avoiding getting caught. Child. The messages, right? Y'all really finna get off the live and log off. Backtracking, regression, revisiting the past, going back on something. You see that? Throwing shade, criticizing, disrespect, being judgmental. Y'all see that? Repo. That came back up again. Default on payments, financially incapable, repossessed assets. Remember I said that's her, her relationship is her way out, all right? From things that ain't been working out for her, maybe in her career in different situations and the sorts, okay? Pay attention. And this is her relationship, I'm sure, laid up, cuddle session, intimate moments, escaping the world together, right? And she also got snack, and her relationship, sex appeal, physical attraction, irresistible desire, all right? But guess what? Didn't I say some things gonna come out? Can't make the cards up, baby. Spilling the beans. Y'all see that? Revealing secrets. The cat is out the bag. Untrustworthy. Child. Need I say more? All right, let's ask the cards real quick and then let's get on into Millie. See how she feel about Tory. Please give me her current energy. How does it make me sad? Make me sad. Where's the sun? Let's see. Current energy and feelings. Let's see how she feels. What y'all think? Let's do a quick 1 to 3. What y'all think? Let's see. Oh, Armand live now? Yay. What he saying? Tell me what he's saying tonight. All right, there go 1. How y'all think she feel about him? How does Meg Thee Stallion feel about Tory Lanez? Let's see. Damn. Okay. Y'all. Whoa. I can't make it up. Look. This girl is hidden, number 1, right? When you see the high priestess, this is sexual tension. This card is hidden, y'all. How she really feel about this man. Now put this man in his 10-year situation when you really, really love this man and it's a struggle for you. And then put him down. Y'all see that? I can't make the damn messages up. But all because of her, the betrayal she brought to it, and her controlling this. Wow. Look at that. King of Wands. That's Tory. She's all into him, baby. Magician. All that energy is sexual energy and tension. She really, really liked that man. And very attractive sexually. Remember I said that came up in that, and got the nerve to have resentment about the situation. Because it didn't work out how she wanted it to. But she brought all that drama. Ain't that something? Well, we see how she feel about him. Wow. Got that 1. I can't make it up. Y'all see that? All that, and she secretly loves that man. Secretly loves her some Tory Lanez, honey. Ain't that something? That is something else, ain't it? That's crazy. So let's pull on Millie. Let's see what's up, Millie. I hope she looking good. Did y'all see what she had on the court today? Everybody checking in. What are mine saying? Let's see. Y'all might have went off of here and went over there. See what's going on with them. Oh. You know what? Look at this, y'all. I just pulled these just for the hell of it. And let's get on into Millie. But before I move to her, let me stack these up. I'm going to read these for y'all. We asked about how she feel about Tory, right? Turn. Party animals, sex, drugs, and alcohol, indulging in surface pleasures. Remember I said that was the energy of that 3 of Cups in her that he pulled in his cards as well. And look, sorry, not sorry. You see that? Unremorseful, avoiding accountability, neglecting responsibility. You see that? Vibes, sensing something, unexplainable feeling, listening to intuition. That was the high priestess that we pulled, right? Sleeping princess, unmotivated, procrastinating, putting things off. Child, that girl. Let's see what's up with Millie. Let's pull for Millie. So this on Milagro, guys, okay? About to pull Milagro's energy, all right? And again, like I said, we've been on here for a minute, so if y'all were in a little seat, Armand, cool, let me know what's going on now. But just check back in. You know, you always be able to run it back and look at it. Milagro Cooper, Okay, let's see what's up with Millie Boo. Let's see what's up with our girl. Let's clear the deck a little bit, you know. Nose itching. Messages. Yeah, always itching, never fails. Milagro. Let's clear the energy first and then go into Millie. Milagro Cooper. Leave the sun. Let's see what's up with our girl Millie. And welcome in for those checking in. See what's up. Okay. Millie. Let's see her current energy. What's going on? Milagro. Let's see. Okay. Milagro. Let's see. Okay, that's a few one. Milagro. Oh, shit. Okay. Extra messages for Milagro. Extra messages for Milagro. Alright. Let's see what's going on with our girl. I'm gonna leave that right there so y'all can see that too. So let's unpack first. Let's look, see what we got. Okay, yay. All right. Oh. Let me see something. Okay, so with Millie, it's interesting. Got a lot of the same cards, but just kind of in some new and mixed up, right? But this is the energy of, cups are about emotions, right? So this is the current energy and situation that she's in with the Page of Cups in reverse. Remember, Meg is suing her for feeling like, exploiting her or, coming up with these, allegedly egregious things about her. And her, what do you say to her, what you call it? Damn, I'm trying to think of the word. Her person, how she shows up in her career, all the things, right? Things about her personal life, all of that. So this is all about Megan being in her feelings. And so this is what has caused this situation to be where it is, okay? And she feels like, Milagro feel like this whole situation is just a bunch of childish bullshit, honestly. She feel like this is her current energy, like, Megan is childish in a sense, and putting her personal energy and feelings off on her, mad because of how things went in her personal life. So she feel like, in a way, like this done brought, negativity, negative news, all the things to me, right? But even though these are the things that are, what do you say, like what you call it, the SEX tape, we on YouTube. So saying the deep fake situation of PORN and all that kind of stuff, this is what this Page of Cups in reverse represents, because Cup is about news, right? And media too. News. Sun card is here. So it's shining a light on all of that. That showed up in court yesterday. The sun is bringing it out, right? All the things that are hidden, the sun does shine light on. But at the same time, some things in this energy is going to work in Milagro favor, okay? Because the sun is still about positivity, all right? It's about, success and things, taking a turn for the better. It would be different if it was in reverse, okay? So I'm liking to see that for Millie, right? But this is, also sun shining light and things coming forward in regards to the situation. Can't make it up. This card is consistent through all they readings. Y'all see that? Through all they readings, from Meg's reading, from Tory's reading, down to Millie. Because this is a situation of, Meg feeling like, that mad about the Tory case and how that went on. You get what I'm saying? In the situation and the fallout and the relationship with, or allegedly with, Milagro and Tory. Okay, so this is what this represents in that regard. Okay, And so it's a situation where, you know, the light does, the truth comes out. The truth comes out, okay? Because this is the card about gossip too when it's in reverse, right? But she has a right to gossip and report the news. She got a right to do that. It's just like Trump trying to come for Jimmy Kimmel. Who are you to say what somebody can and can't say about you? We live in a world of free speech. I mean, there's people that say things about me or anybody for that matter every day that we don't like. But what difference does that make? You get what I'm saying? It's crazy. You know, you can say what you want to say, but to go to the extremes like this is insane. So this is the energy of the situation with Milagro. This is the court case. This is the Hierophant. This is the institution. And it lets you know that it's unfair. It's like the odds are stacked against her in a sense, right? When you see the Hierophant in reverse, that's the, you know, underhanded, which you can't see. You get what I'm saying? Things working against her, all right? But this is also, to me, you can look at it one or two ways when the Hierophant is in reverse. Hey, Jacqueline 707, I can't see what you said. Let me see if I can go down in the comments. Oh, hey, I see the eyes. What's up? Okay, so like I said, with the Hierophant coming up in reverse, it can be one or two ways. This is Millie saying, hey, I got freedom of speech. Hey, she came in there with her head held high. You get what I'm saying? She came in there standing on business, right? You know, going against the grain. I'm unapologetic for what I do and doing my job. It can represent some things might have gotten out of hand in the energy, right? But this also represents, you know, just kind of like some things could have been misconception in a sense or misconstrued by the way that they were communicated, okay? So that's what that looks like. And then this also looks like how, you know, the judge or situation is to go against her, you know, trying to go against her. But even with the energy of that Hierophant in reverse, which is the institution, the court, you know, it's the energy of the star here, okay? So it's still two positive cards that are going to work in her favor, okay? Even if she have to take a small little something, it's going to be some positive that comes out of this for Millie. And I'm glad to see that, right? Because this is the card of coming clean. This is the card of, you know, the secrets come out, things come out, right? Things get revealed when you see the Seven of Swords, because this is deception. So deception revealed, right? It comes out. But also this is the energy too when you see that Seven of Swords in reverse, guys. This is about switching up the strategy. So something gonna click with Millie, right? Where she gonna switch up the strategy, okay? When it comes to this institution of the powers of be that's trying to come against her. Y'all see that? Millie, go watch Reasonable Doubt, girl. Did y'all watch it? It was good. Catch some pointers, right? On our eyes and handle that thing. So switch up the strategy, but she got it. Cause look, it's some good energy coming out of it. Now, Page of Pentacles in reverse. It might be something give or take. Like I said, it might be something little for her, right? Because Pentacles small is that one thing. So even if she got some kickback or even one little bit of something that doesn't go in her favor, she got way more that is gonna go in her favor. Okay. But this is just the energy of, you know, who wouldn't feel down having to go in there and deal with all this bull crap? You see that? It's just how she feeling right now. But she got her head held high. But this is the energy of her with the conflict, because this is the conflict, right? Her, Meg, the court case, Tory, the mess, the messages. And I'm going to tell you something. This has caused her mental stress. She a strong girl. But it has been stressful for her, y'all. Y'all see that? So we're going to keep praying for our girl. She got some good news that's going to come out in it. You know what I'm saying? So let's hold her down. And look, secrets come out. That card is fair and to the point. Something hidden in the rough will be revealed, okay? Y'all see that? And this was top of the deck, bottom of the deck, right? This is when you, this is the card of, you know, your long-term view, all the things that you work hard for. This is her putting in the work for Mob Radio and how she comes forward, right? Her money, her finances, her pinnacles. And she's diligent in, you know, her investments, okay? So, also some secrets will come out about some finances and money, y'all. I guess we just got to wait and see, okay? But it looks like on the upright, she's going to be able to hold on to what she's built, all right? So let's keep Millie in our prayers in that regard, all right? Because guess what? Who wouldn't be stressed with all this, right? So let's see. It look like, you know, a little something, but she gonna have some things. It's gonna be like give and take. Some things gonna work out, right? Let's pull a few of these cards right here. So get a few message cards from her. And then somebody said ask about Kelsey before we go too. I'm gonna add. Okay. All right, so let's see what one. All right, let's see. Let's see. Let's get a piece for her. For a case from the Bible. All right, we're gonna take it. Okay. Let's see, baby. That's what I wanted to see. I said messages for Milagro and what's her outcome, right? So we got red flags, which she knew, warning signs, ignored intuition, potential trouble. She knew better on certain energy. Yes, right? Listen, fake flex, pretending wealth, showing off borrowed luxury, deceptive bragging, rich on Instagram, but broke in real life. That's funny. This is the energy of unbothered. All right. Keep pushing, Millie. Peace despite chaos, calm attitude, detachment from negativity, not my drama, right? When you see the energy of that fake flex, though, that's more of like her reporting the news and the energy of girl being mad on how things are portrayed or how she felt like allegedly she portrayed her, right? So I see that, but she pushing through in a peaceful attitude, even through the, you know, the mental chaos and the stress of it all. But guess what? Look what our girl got. Influencer status, baby. Social recognition, online fame, power to influence, swipe up. All right. So she got it. She, like I said, she's gonna be able to hold on to some things and her bounce back. She will bounce back. I love that for Millie. You see that? So resilience after setbacks, recovering quickly, determination to rise again. Can't keep our girl down. All right. Go, Millie. So, hey, prayers to you, girl. Keep going. Hold your motherfucking head up. All right. And keep pushing forward, baby girl. Point blank, period. All right, let's get the energy real quick around. Y'all asked about Kelsey, right? So let's see. Who y'all want to see next? Hell, we got a lot of people. Everybody got so much going on. I know we got to do Cardii Offsett update because she said she feel threatened, child. I want to do Kris Jenner though. Wasn't that interesting, that party with Justin Bieber and Prince Harry and Meghan? We need to do all of them. So we need to, I don't know. Y'all tell me who y'all want to see next though, right? Let's get the energy around her. I'm gonna pull up all these on her real quick. We're gonna just do like a current energy 1 to 3, 1 to 3. This is on her friend Kelsey. What's her sign, y'all? Can somebody tell me right quick what Kelsey's zodiac sign is? I'm interested to know. Okay. Let's see what's her zodiac sign. Anybody know in the comments? Anybody know? Kelsey? I don't know when her birthday is. What's her zodiac? Let's see if I can hurry up. Pull it up. Dang, we've been on here a minute. Guess we had to do everybody though. What's her name? Kelsey what? Anybody know? Oh, her name Kelsey Nicole. Okay, it's right here. Cheers to 29. Comes right up. Oh, she a Virgo. Okay. August 30th. That's the day before my mom. So she's a Virgo, guys. I see it right there. Let's pull and see what her current energy is. So all right, so let's see what's up with her. And then we don't. Oh, we didn't add. Well, we did see about Clay though. The answer was right there in her messages. We didn't even got to go through all that. It's her retirement plan, baby. That's her new beginning up out of here for Megan. So let's clear the cards and get a few messages. We'll do 1 to 3 on Kelsey Nicole. Current energy. Get some current energy. Kelsey Nicole, Kelsey Nicole. Current energy, okay? Messages. Let's see. Some messages on her. Kelsey Nicole. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Kelsey Nicole, Virgo, something. Shit. Big card keep coming out. Let's see. Okay. Kelsey Nicole. Virgo sign. She's gonna move it up. Let's see. Oh shit. Alright, so bam, 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 bam. Let's see. Let it go that way. Right. Now down. Down. Alright, so extra messages for her. Let's see. Careful the phone. Extra messages for her. She can go okay. Sure. Take that. I always like to see that card when it be okay. So let's unpack. Wow. Wow. Oh. Alright, so these are the extra messages. Yeah. It's interesting. And I ain't even damn. Okay, so with Kelsey, right? It's interesting, guys. That emperor is very prevalent throughout all their cards in their readings, right? But it's giving the energy of the powers that be. You know, it's representing the label, you know, kind of like the Rock Nation, or you know, the huge, the company, the financial funding machine behind this whole thing. Okay, so this is what this, you know, represents in my opinion. Okay, because this is what makes the decisions. This is the energy of control. So it's like she limited in how, you know, what she can say or what she can do, because she's being controlled. Period. It's right here. It's funny because that sun card is consistent, right? She's being controlled, and not only can you see it, and the light is, you know, going to, you know, it's shining light on that. It's being revealed, right? Sun. Also, this represents Tory, right? He's a Leo sun. So it's an energy controlling this sun. But again, it's in the upright. So y'all ain't gonna be able to keep him down that much longer, man. It's crazy. But it's a fight for that, right? Because look, there go the injustice. But the sun shines light on injustice. So it's the energy of her being controlled. It's the powers that be, right? Not only against Tory, but over the whole situation. And it was going to eventually shine light on this unfairness, this injustice. I can't remember which one of them, but it was in their cards again. Let me say something. This being right here speaks volumes, because she the one who did it, allegedly. And she know it's wrong. She know it's unfair. Y'all see that? I can't make the messages up. It's guilt. This is the energy of guilt. Feeling guilt. Knowing the truth. Knowing the truth, though. Knowing the truth. But you went with the powers that be. And let me just say this. It's so interesting because she's experienced personal setbacks, right? But again, She know that she brought this, she feel bad about it. It's like she fighting with herself. She got to have self-forgiveness. Because she know that what they did to that man is unjust. Do you see that? So it's like a grief and a guilt in a sense for not telling the truth. And look, paid under the table. Look. Going with what they saying. The powers that be. See that pinnacle? Took it under the table. And look at that fight. That was the conflict. They go to fight. The melee they had. And it's interesting that this card is sitting over here like kind of like not necessarily by itself, but by itself. Because this is the card of meditation and just sit, look at that person sitting there like all them 4 cups, like all the things that happen in this energy. She's sitting back looking at all the things that happened that night, knowing what part she played. Look at her sitting at that tree, allegedly. But making the decision to go with the institution, go with the powers that be. For a little of that. They stronger than me. Knowing it wasn't right though. Can't make it up. Look. This even more crazy. She know that man supposed to not be locked up. Look at this Tory. Forever Love said, I don't feel bad for Milagro. She caused this on herself as a spiritual woman. You know spirit don't play. And what goes around comes around. This is her karma. Now, Forever Love, I totally agree with you as a spiritual woman, 1,000% about karma and what goes around comes around. But in regards to Milagro, I don't think it's the energy of, karma for her, but, that's just my thoughts. But I love how you feel, that's what we're here for. So, but I don't think so for her. I think just even with just reading her cards, she'll take a little bit of loss of here and there, but she gonna be okay though. Look like she gonna have some things that work out in her favor. And let me just say this too. I don't know the whole thing, the back and forth with them per se, but I can tell you that Meg has heavy karma ahead as well. Because you're right. One thing about it, heaven see everything. So what goes around comes around. And it's a saying, Forever Love. You ever Moneybag Yo. And I can't remember which song it is because I love Bag. I love him. Love Virgos, articulate, wordplay. But one thing that I like that he said in the song that was the realest shit ever, he said, they don't get away, they just get by. So it could seem like you winning. It could seem like you a victim. But as a spiritual woman, that them tables turn. And I always remember this, like my chief tell me, heaven see everything. You can't hide. And one thing about karma, when she come, you don't know, you know what I'm saying? It'll come. And when she comes, she don't take names. And it could take a little time because the story has to play out. Things have to align, right? But in Milagro's energy, I think she's gonna be just fine. And I feel like in regards to because these are Kelsey's cards, right? And these cards are really cut and dry if you look at them for what they're worth, right? She know that man not supposed to be locked up. Here it go, right here. You see that? But look at the manipulation that was brought. The trickery. You see that? The trickery brought this. Can't make the messages up. They right here. Trickery, deception, the work. That's even spiritual work. The magician. You know, it brought upon this ending. A situation of transformation. And we're still right here at the conflict with Milagro them. It's not going away. Even with all of what they did, trying to put it to rest, trying to put Tory down, put him in, you know, the prisoner, so to speak. But at the end of the day, the conflict is still here. It's not going away. It's not going away. You're going to have to face it. Karma comes, you know. But this is the card of lack of accountability for what part she played. Pow, pow, put that pow, pow, allegedly, right? You can see it in the cards. All right? And this is the card of oh girl. That's that Aquarius card, right? In the energy of, because when this card is in reverse, again, like I said, this is like the sex worker card. This is the card of things, you know, done in a, but all this to keep her in this energy. You see that? So all this trickery and deception was done. Hold this man down to keep, what's her name? Meg in this energy, right? But I pulled from the top of the deck and the bottom of the deck, and I can't make the cards up. And this Kelsey cards, Page of Swords, news coming out, legal news, truths are going to be revealed. The moon card been steady throughout all their readings, point blank period. You can see it right there. I'm just reading the cards right now. Look at that. News coming out. News is going to be revealed. It's going to bring about a change. She know it. And she feel guilty too. Look at that. And trying her best to move on from the situation. You can't make the cards up. You can't make the cards up. I'm gonna just pull a few of them T cards and then we're gonna get out of here. It's just Kelsey cards. That's interesting. I didn't even expect to see that, right? I'm gonna pull a few of these. I'm glad y'all rock with me today. This has been real cool. Like I said, I love all y'all. Thank you too for ever love for coming on in here. That's what's up. Everybody feel the way they feel, you know. That's how life is, baby. So let's see a couple messages for Kelsey Nicole. Okay. And I guess I don't know who we're gonna do next, but I'm gonna take a break and I'll come back and then I'm gonna start working on y'all new moon signs. This Scorpio energy is here, retrograde. Here's a lot going on. So I want to work on those for y'all to post. But we'll do some more celebrities as well. This is like a controversial. You know, like I said that in the beginning. You got everybody, some standing on Milagro. You got some standing on Meg, some standing on Tory. You know, everybody got their feels. That's what it's all about. Everything in due time. Doesn't ask for 3. That's for 2 more. And there they go. It's a roller coaster. Like I said, full of highs and lows, off again on. The wheels keep turning. Yearning, she missing somebody, reminiscing on the situation, you know, looking back on things, you know, on blast, outing personal info, being called out, public humiliation. Then that Page of Swords come out with that moon. Can't make the messages up. It's some things jumping off, baby. Okay? And That throwing shade came out again, criticizing, disrespecting, judgmental, top of the deck, bottom of the deck. And this was all booty call. This how she felt. Look, that's that beck and call sexual invitation, all about sex with a situation that happened, right? That's interesting. Well, there we go, y'all. I love y'all so much. Thank you for rocking with me. It's been a long time with this one. And like I said, this was interesting because this was my first time even reading on Tory, Meg, any of them. So this was interesting to see how everything just played out. Thank you, Anaya, for rocking with me. And thank you, girl. Thank you. Wishing Millie the best. I'm with you, Anaya, baby. You know. And thank you, Aja Carolyn. Thank you. And again, we come back again, and we always can touch bases. Y'all know energy change, but at least we just see for what we see. And you know, good luck to Millie today. And we see that things, heaven see everything. God gonna turn some things around. We gonna see how he move for Tory. But thank y'all for being here with me. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll be back. Like I said, if y'all see some more people, leave it in the comment who y'all want me to do. Because there's a lot going on. No, we got to do Offsett and Cardii. I'm going to see what else is up. But I want to do some more people too. So, thank you, y'all. Peace and love. I'll see you guys in the next one. Soon and soon, all right? Thanks for watching The Common Corner Show. Peace and love, soul family. And I'll see you guys in the next one.